Good morning, everybody. This is something you haven't seen for quite a while. Me outside, particularly with the family. So we're out today. Where are we going to? Wrest Park, isn't it? So it's obviously it's an outside thing. It's a trail for kids for Easter. Fox is more equipped to do this video than I am. It was Easter yesterday, wasn't it? So we're going to go on a quest today. What are you hoping to find on this quest? Easter eggs? Chocolate, yeah. Typical Willow. I know you'd go for the chocolate. Oh, okay. See, Fox is in the know. He's obviously the man with his finger on the pulse of what's going on in the world today. He's sort of bang up to date with all the news. So yeah, so we're on our way to Wrest Park. Really looking forward to it. I have been going out, irrespective. And I went out on an investigation the other day. Take the notes with him in the back. I went out on an investigation the other day, and it was socially distanced. There was 4 of us, and yeah, it was outside. So you know, we met all the criteria. So that was good. Couple of interesting bits. Not really a lot because, you know, it was just one of them evenings. It was just nice to get out and get back into the fold.
Ghosts were socially distancing, so you didn't see them.
They could have been socially distancing, but if they'd have been socially distancing from us, it would have been hundreds of miles because we didn't really get much. Although we got little bits of something particularly interesting to do with one of the apps on Monica's phone and also on Viv's phone, and you'll see that a little bit later once I've done the Viv. He's banging on again. So he is doing ghost hunting again. If you look a lot, I'm even spotting him a little ghost cap here and a little ghost hat. See, pretty cool, isn't it? So yeah, so we're on our way to Wrest Park anyway. I'm just going to do little bits of video in there. There's not a lot to do there. This is just a sort of getting back into it, saying hello to you guys, letting you know that I've not gone away again for 2 months on end without actually uploading anything. So that's good. Apparently it's 4 months till Fox's birthday, so another little bit of news that you wouldn't have had unless you'd have watched this vlog.
Yeah, you lucky thing.
So that's good. So what are you looking forward to most today, Hazel?
Oh, going out to a place where there's somewhere to go, not just some aimless walk around the many places that I've always been for a walk.
It feels very much like it's a purpose behind today's outing.
It's flipping freezing.
It is freezing.
Yesterday was beautiful, and I got a bit sunburnt on a little bit. I caught the sun on my face at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I just thought you had high blood pressure. Right.
And today it snowed when I was walking the dogs.
That is very true. It's been snowing here today because it's been bitterly cold.
It was bright red, wasn't it? It was very hot.
And even on the investigation the other day, I said to my friend Andy on there, I said, you know, it feels like it could snow, and he said, do you know what? You don't need to know all this. He said that, yeah, next week he's meant to snow. You don't need to know all this, do you? It's not an update on the weather, is it? But and even if we did want updates on things, you don't want to come to me. You want to go to the little guy in the back there, Fox, because he's bang up to date on everything. He's got all the updates. None of it's relevant, but he's got all the updates.
Yes, because I am a Ravenclaw.
You're a
He's a Ravenclaw, apparently. I think that's something to do with Harry Potter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Willow'd know more about that than me.
Ravenclaws are smart.
Are they?
No, smart.
And on that note, from a very little boy in the back, I'll do some video when we get there. So I'll see you when we get there.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We've arrived. As you can see behind me, it's quite a nice sky.
Hello again.
It's quite. Hang on, wait a minute, Fox. It's quite a nice sky behind me. There are often clouds in it, but it's absolutely bitterly cold. And I'm wearing shorts, stupidly. So yeah, we're going to go into Wrest Park now. There's a big home in it. Get it out in a minute. Big sort of stately home. So we'll have a look at that. I'm not sure the history of it, but been there before, and yeah, it's a beautiful place. Nice little walks. Perfect for the kids. Here we are. I see that you two have obviously not spoke to each other this morning about not clashing clothes-wise. Or is it that you've got this... Hello, Fox, how are you?
Good.
Loving the hat. Look at the chocolate on that face. That's Easter egg chocolate. That is the remnants of Easter eggs.
No, it's quiet bar something.
Yeah, a whisper bar. Not a quiet bar, it's a whisper bar. It's not a quiet bar, Fox, it's a whisper bar. It's one of them quiet bars. Right, let's go inside. So you can see in the distance, that's the house over that wall, and this is all part of the garden. I'm sorry if the wind's actually blowing the sound away or interfering with it, but it's absolutely gorgeous here. And there they go, there's the family. So yeah, so I'll walk round, see what else we can see. It's gorgeous. Lovely day, cold but lovely. What?
Look, Daddy. Ha, ha.
What was that? Was that honk honk? Was that a goose sound? Was that your goose impression? Good. Good for you. Look at the size of these doors that go into the estate. They're absolutely humongous. And all of that on there obviously comes from a time when it was all hand carved. Just fantastic. And then we go into the actual, there's the ubiquitous please keep 2 metres apart sign. So this is as you go into the estate itself. And these are avenues of sort of lime trees and what have you. It's gorgeous. Just beautiful. So the Hazel just walked right in front of it. So the kids doing this egg hunt thing, and obviously lots of clues, and this is one. Right, and there's the house ever so much closer. Absolutely stunning over here. Get near it a bit. Over there, if you can see it right in the background there, is the orangery, in location to the house, which is just there. Perfect. Right, the family have gone off somewhere else, so I've decided to have a little relaxing, quiet, peaceful amble without the kids up to, I don't know what you call it, but it's not an observatory, but it looks like an observatory. But this was, excuse me, this was built obviously when the house was built, and I'll show you it because it's quite interesting. So if you look there, it's actually quite a beautiful picture. If you look there, if you look at that building with the dome on top, that is where they used to have the socialite parties in the sort of mid to latter part of the 19th century, and I think also into the 20th century. And that's where that is, and the house is right the way up there. And you can actually see that beside each side of the river, or each side of the pond really, or the lake, it's probably big enough to be called a lake, each side of the lake you've got these walkways. Well, these were obviously implemented when the house was built so that the carriages could leave from there, and then the carriage would make all their way down to there, and then they would have massive, great big parties. Lots of different functions, all in that building there, which I find quite interesting. And as I say, it's gone to the 1920s, 30s, so it's gone from the sort of socialite period to the what they would have called the bright young things in the 20s and 30s, which, you know, flapper girls and things like that, but all landed gentry. So Lord knows what sort of decadence was carried out in there, but it's absolutely stunning. And I really enjoy it here. It's just good fun being here, because not only are the landscape is just stunning, it's gorgeous, but the buildings themselves, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And you know what I'm like with history. I absolutely sort of relish in history. So this is the perfect place for me. Now, I would really, really love to do an investigation in that house, because I think that, you're looking, I mean, it originally built in the sort of, probably early 18th century. So you've got a couple of 100 years worth of history in that property alone. But prior to that, I'm sure there was I think there was a building there prior to that, which would have gone back many, many hundreds of years. So imagine all of the history that was played out in this place. Imagine all of the staff that it would have taken to basically keep this place sort of spick and span, to keep it up to spec. I'm not sure. I think there's tons and tons of acreage of gardens. They're all pristine, and they would have been kept like that since the house was built, and it must have cost a pretty penny. But it's absolutely stunning. Not to mention the amount of staff that you would have needed in the house, servants, butlers, all sorts. But it's just amazing to sit here and think, look at these properties, look at these buildings, and imagine sort of the rich history that runs through the veins of them. Just fantastic. And now I'm going to go quiet, and I'm just going to stop recording, because I just want to enjoy the ambience. I just want to enjoy the pleasure of sitting here where there aren't any people, and I'm tucked out of the way. even with social distancing, even though we've been kind of locked down roughly on and off for about a year, and I haven't seen many people, I still enjoy the silent time where you can sit down and you can pontificate, you can just, you know, ruminate about things. It's good, it's good. So we move closer to it now. You can see it, obviously the sun sort of behind it, but you can just about make out the shape of it. It's almost like a basilica, that type of thing. But as the old joke goes, I bet there was many balls held in there over the years. I know, I shouldn't have gone there, but I did. Cheesy dad joke. So I'm going to go around the other side of it and have a look. A little bit closer. So just have a look at this place. Imagine this was just for parties and the like. Unbelievable. It's a massive, massive building. You get an idea of the size of it and the scale because of the people. There's an adult female there and some kids. I mean, it's massive. And this was built just for parties. Unbelievable. Stunning though. Architecturally stunning and historically stunning. So I've done a bit of a circuit of it. I couldn't take much footage around there because there are children there, and you know, I don't think it's very nice to just wantonly film children. So that's a better angle. That's a better view of it. I'm sorry about that. Hazel rudely interrupted me by phoning. But yes, it's absolutely brilliant. And as I say, all of that purely and simply just to hold parties. The decadence of these people, but amazing, just beautiful. Right, let's crack on. So as you can see now, I'll give you some idea of the scale by the people looking down the walking around the bottom of it. But that's the house. That's Wrest Park House, the stately home. Absolutely magnificent. And in relation to the pond, that's where the lake is rather, and the sort of I don't know what you'd call it really, but the building that we were just at, that's down there about, I don't know, maybe half a mile maybe. So yeah, so there you go, Wrest Park House, absolutely stunning. And dare I say, probably haunted to the gills. Lovely. Have you had a nice day, Willow?
Yeah.
Yeah? Have you had a nice... Well, I didn't know your name was Willow.
Yes.
Have you had a nice day, Fox?
Yes. Look at this. I'm a clock.
Are you? Okay, we'll go with that. You haven't got your chocolate yet, have you? Did you collect all your clothes?
Yeah.
And did you write them down?
Yeah.
You're not even interested in chocolate, are you? What type of girl are you? Doesn't like chocolate? Well, you do like chocolate. I think you OD'd on it. You've had so much of it. You couldn't possibly get any more down. You thought what?
Sick.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
But the difference between phoenixes and dragons are the phoenixes don't have front legs and the dragons
No, that's why.
have
But
front
yeah, you know what? It's not worth the argument. Yeah, that's right. All right, we'll crack on.
Anything.
Well, that was a nice afternoon, well spent. Couple of cups of coffee. Couple of miles walking. Very nice, very enjoyable. Huh?
I don't think it was a couple of miles.
Mine was.
Was it?
Yeah, well, you didn't do what I did you?
That's true.
They went and did I don't know, it wasn't as long as my walk.
It's a
But my walk was peaceful because there wasn't anybody annoying me on it. But it was good. Wasn't it good? Did you enjoy it?
Oh, sorry, I didn't want to do a video.
That's all right. That's all right, don't bother. Are you all right? You enjoy it?
It was nice.
Is it good?
Bit chilly, but yeah.
It was chilly. It was nice though.
Granddad gave me a pink Easter egg.
There you go, waving by, say ta-ta to Grandad and Nanny. Say see you soon, see you soon. What did you get, Fox? You got what? An Easter egg?
A pink Easter egg for Granddad.
Yeah, lucky. And what about you, Willow? You got one, didn't you? And what about Hazel?
I got a galaxy Easter egg from Granddad.
What, like a big... And I got absolutely nothing.
I got a chocolate.
But you know what? My time will come.
I was
Oh,
going to
yes.
with my dad.
My time will come. Right, so we're going to go home now. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. It was short and sweet. And, yeah, I just thought I'd put something on here anyway. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like the look of the house and the scenery.
You want to hear the race that Willow did?
No. And I'll speak to you all later. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Hazel.
Bye.
Willow.
Bye.
Fox. Bye. See ya. Bye.